when you put the u at the bottom, no more negative sign. It's just 2 only, no more negative 2. If you at the top, then it's negative 2. If you put it at the bottom, then no more negative 2. Okay. So we go on to we continue with integration using substitution. Here there is a list of questions here, and they tell you what substitution to use. So this one very complicated function, right? So they tell you use the substitution u equal to 1 plus x. Then this one, they say you use x minus 1, 1 minus x. You see that this x plus 1 is actually what is inside the bracket. X minus 1 is actually what is inside the bracket. 1 minus x is actually what is inside the bracket. Then this type of substitution where you use trigonometric function, exponential function, hyperbolic function, you don't study this one. You only use this type of ordinary substitution. Substitution using some other functions like trigonometric function, exponential function, hyperbolic function, you don't study, right? So not inside your syllabus. So coming back to our question here, this one is x plus 1. But here, the x plus 1 is inside the bracket, but you use u square equal to x plus 1. You don't use u equal to x plus 1. Why like that? Because there is a square root there. So if you use u equal to x plus 1, then you have a square root of u. You want to integrate square root of u is quite difficult. So you use u square equal to x plus 1. So when you use u square equal to x plus 1, the square root is cancelled away already. Right? I will show you later what I mean by this. But we carry on with the simple one first. So we look at question number 2. Question number 2, integrate x minus 2 square root of x plus 1. So, right? This is the one. So what is the substitution that we are going to use? Normally, we don't go for the top one, right? We don't go for the top. We go for the bottom. So the bottom inside the square root is x minus 1. So we use this u equal to x minus 1. We'll continue. Du over dx equals to 1. Du equals to dx. Separate them. So now we are going to change all this to u. How to change all this to u? Okay. X minus 2 square root of x minus 1. X. How to change this x to u? You look at here. Look at this one. So u equals to x minus 1. So this minus 1 bring over the other side. U plus 1 equal to x. So x is actually u plus 1. So I try to change this question all into u. First of all, I start with x. X is what? U plus 1. What is u plus 1? Negative 2. I copy down negative 2. X plus 1 is actually u. X minus 1 is actually u. Sorry, not x plus 1. X minus 1 is actually u. So x minus 1 is actually u. So far, is this okay? Change the... Sorry?
Okay.
Okay, right. So I change all the x to u. So the x also, I change to the u. X, I change to u. X minus 1, I also change to u. But this is square root of u, square root of u. Now it becomes like that. U, then plus 1 minus 2 become minus 1. Square root of u is u to the power of half. U to the power. So u minus 1 over u to the power half. How to become like this? Okay, I should explain here, right? So we take this one, u over u to the power of half. This u is actually u to the power 1. U to the power 1 divided by u to the power half. U to the power 1 divided by u to the power half. 1 minus half. This is u to the power of half. This one. 1 over u to the power half. 1 over u to the power of half. So this is u to the power of minus half. That's why I have u to the power half, u to the power of negative half. It comes from here. So far, okay or not? You think about it. Okay, so we simplify this, become this. This one, we use what we have learned earlier. U divided by half u, u to the power half, 1 divided by u to the power, we get this. You know how to integrate this? Yes. U to the power of half plus 1. Plus 1 means u to the power 3 over 2. U to the power 3 over 2, you have to divide by 3 over 2. U to the power negative half. Negative half plus 1, positive half. Then divide by positive half. Okay. So the number at the bottom, you terbalik, you flip it. 3 over 2 become 2 over 3. U to the power 3 over 2 is actually x minus 1 to the power of 3 over 2 because u is x minus 1. U, this one, half. Half you flip over become 2. Become 2. U to the power half is actually x minus 1 to the power half because u is x minus 1. Then plus c. Okay. So you look at how I integrate this, become this. Integrate this, become this. Then from u, I change back to x. From u, I change back to x. So you go through this step and see can follow or not. Cannot, then you ask. How we go? Okay, so far can follow?
Mm.
This one okay, right? So
Mm.
okay, then I give you another example. This one. Right? This one, where this question comes from? Number 3. Question number 3 is this one. They say use the substitution 1 minus x. So you see at the bottom there, there's a bracket. Inside the bracket is 1 minus x. So I use the substitution inside the bracket at the bottom, 1 minus x. Don't use the top. Don't use 1 plus x. Use what is at the bottom there, because normally the part that is difficult to integrate is the bottom. So although you have 2 choices, whether to let u equals to 1 plus x or u equal to 1 minus x. So normally we choose the denominator so that you make the integration easier, right? So we use this one. But this one answer log, I haven't taught you the log. I mean, you all don't learn the log yet. Then we look at this one, number. Right. Okay, so we look at number 5. Number 5 also difficult. Number 5. Right? This is number 3. Number 9. We look at number 8 lah. Number 8 is easier. This one, number 8. Okay, number 8. Question number 8. X over 1 plus x. So they say use the substitution u square equals to x plus 1. Now, earlier on, I asked you, I say I will explain to you why they use u square instead of u. It is easier to use u square. The reason is because there is an x at the top there, right? There's an x at the top, very easier, right? And moreover, I told you normally we use the bottom. We use the denominator, right? And why we use the square? Because there's a square root there. So we use a square so that the square and the square root can cancel away. Okay, so any other type of substitution you would like to use? You cannot use u equal to x. U equals to x it will give you the same thing, right? Cannot. So it must be u equal to 1 plus x. But why they don't say u equal to 1 plus x? Why they say u square equal to 1 plus x? It's because of the square root sign, right? So I will show you in this example why they use u square, right? Why they use u square. So we see the u square first. Let u square equal to x plus 1. This one, x plus 1. Same lah, x plus 1, 1 plus x is the same. Then when you want to differentiate u square, you still remember the implicit differentiation. Implicit differentiation say we differentiate as usual, 2u. So differentiate u square become 2u. But u square become 2u is only true when you differentiate u with respect to u. If you differentiate u with respect to x, then you have to add the du dx. You have to add the du dx. That is the reason why become 2u du dx. Okay. Left hand side, settle. Differentiate x with respect to x, 1. Differentiate 1, 0, 0. Okay, right. So when I separate the du and dx, it becomes 2u du equal to dx. So it's no longer du equal to dx or du equal to 3 dx. Not so simple anymore. You see that here, the dx, when you separate them, it's 2u du equal to dx. But when you look at the question there, the dx is here, this part. Okay, so now we continue. X square root of 1 plus x, x square root of 1 plus x dx. Okay, right. So we do step by step. I show you step by step. First of all, I want to change this x first. I want to change this x. So I write down here for you to see. We follow from here, from here. Now here we want to use the 1 must bring over. So you have u square equal to minus 1 equal to x. The plus 1 we go the other side. So what is x? X is actually u square plus 1. So the x here become u square plus 1. Okay. Next, Next, this dx here. Now dx is actually 2u du. So dx here become 2u du. Okay. Then this one, square root of 1 plus x. Okay. Now, square root of 1 plus x equals to square root of 1 plus x is actually u square. Square root of u square. So when you replace the 1 plus x with u square, right, is correct. But the square root sign, here the square root sign, you still have the square root sign. Then later on, you see that the square and the square root, they cancel away. You are left with only u. U square. Square root is actually to the power of half. The half and the 2 can cancel away. So you are left with u. So, right? So this thing becomes u. Okay. So you think about it, then you tell me can follow or not. Okay, now you tell me can follow or not. Can, can follow or not?
Mm.
Hello, okay or not?
Okay.
This step here. Can? From here to here. Any question?
No.
No question. Okay. So now the x become u square minus 1. The dx become 2u du. The square root of 1 plus x become u. I try to simplify. The u and u can cancel away. The u and u can cancel away. The 2 you put in front. So I put the 2 in front. It becomes u square minus 1 du. So you see that it looks very complicated, but the u cancel, once the u cancel away, oh, very simple. It's 2u square minus 1. But the 2 is outside bracket. It belongs to the two terms. Okay, so now the 2 no need to integrate. You just leave it outside. Integrate u square become u cubed over 3. Integrate 1 with respect to u is u. Is this okay, this step? Okay or not? If u square become u cube, but what is actually u? What is actually u? You see all the u here, u here, u here. Okay, from this part, from here, u square equal to x plus 1. So what is u? Now I want to find u. U is square root of x plus 1. So this one, u square become square root of x plus, u cube, u cube 2 over 3. 2 over 3, so I write outside 2 over 3. U cube over 3. U cube, this one cube here. So you cube here. So it becomes square root of 1 plus x cube. And this u here, the 2 is still there. The 2 you put outside. U is square root of x plus 1. So then you plus the c there. C. So this is the answer. Any question on this part?
No.
No. No, then no, then you refer to this question. Refer to this question. Then you look at your lecture notes. The lecture notes say want to integrate this using substitution. Using substitution, right? So you copy down this. You copy down this. Then I explain to you how to do this, right? You copy down this first. Question A. Have you copied?
No yet. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we refer to this, right? So your lecture notes is this one. So now, what type of substitution you need to use? So I look at the question here. Oh, this is bracket, then to the power of 3. So I use u equals to x to the power of 4 plus 6. Okay. Then you find what is du over dx. Then you separate the du and the dx. The du and the dx. Then you substitute inside this. Okay. So now you refer back to this example here. Refer to this example, then you try the questions that you have, copied, then you send to me. I explain how to do it. Try now.